Alright, welcome back to another video, everybody. Just moved the cows again. Yesterday we had nice one good cow just over here. We're keeping an eye on our twins. They're doing all right. My favorite cow right here has not calved yet. She's fat though. No signs of birthing anytime soon. So we're getting more into the alfalfa here. You have to start watching it. Lots here. As we go further down, you can see there's more towel runs, and that's where all the alfalfa is. So something to worry about, but I'm not too concerned about it yet. They really just strip off the leaves when they eat it. They don't even eat the stalk. So check out this nice Kai. This is her calf. This is probably the nicest calf we have so far. Look at you. Ideal. White head, but not white around the eyes. That's what we want. And look at that nice black. Hey, that's a nice calf. Let's just hope you're a bull. Hey, are you a bull? Oh, you'll be a oh, you are. You're a replacement bull, buddy. Good job, girl. You just made yourself a replacement bull. The ideal calf. I like that. It's a black baldy, but with black rings on his eyes. That's beautiful. You've seen a lot of white or a lot of red baldies, but we haven't had a black baldy like that yet. So he's a good size too. I want to say 80 pounds or so. So I'm happy about that. That calved probably last night, early morning, because we came to check on him and she was acting funny, but nothing was out yet. So yeah, that's sweet. You really have to look out for replacement heifers, but importantly, just as important, replacement bulls. Something we haven't really done. We just started doing that, replacement bulls. We don't want to get into trouble with it either, how we start breeding, interbreeding. So that's why we take it from certain groups. So we're gonna make that 3 years. That calf, assuming everything goes good, will be a replacement bull for our spring group. So we're gonna throw them over into there, just so we get that hybrid figure. That's gonna be cool. I always wanted to. We do have some, like this guy here. He's a baldy, but he's not completely white in his head. So it's nice. I'll take that any day. I'm not complaining. But a full white face baldy bull. Ooh, those are some nice calves. So it takes a while to make a bull calf. God, we've done a couple so far. We got some 2-year-olds now. And we got a year in the process. We're gonna have to take a note of that. Make sure Mr. Bully becomes a bull. Because in June, so next summer, when before we put them out in pasture, we're gonna have to castrate them all. And usually that's just like a go, get it done. And then you bring the calf in, you look at it, oh, that'd be a nice bull. Too late, castrated. For sure we're gonna do that. I almost did some this year, but my brother's like, no, we have enough bulls, enough with the bulls. No, we never have enough bulls. We have too many bulls, we'll start selling bulls. People are always looking for bulls. So we're off to Masso. I passed by yesterday and I saw a parking lot. So we have overgrazed that field. We did put 3 silage bales, but it's kind of like feeding them out there. 3 silage bales is good for a day. So we missed 6 bales. So you're gonna see what they do to a pasture when they're lacking feed. So we're gonna actually have to speed up the rotation now. Instead of doing every 3 days, we'll have to do it every 2 days, see how that goes. Or we're gonna have to go put out more bales out into the field. I'm gonna have to do that eventually, but I don't want to put like 9 bales out per field. A little bit ridiculous. I think we're just gonna be coming home soon, so we might just do that. Feed them here. We also have some more fencing to do. If we're not getting into corn today, I think I'm gonna start looking into doing that. So we're here in Masso, cows, and look at this guy. That Hereford bull is really taking off. We got ourselves another wild cow. So they did a pretty good number on this pasture here, like I thought they would have. Those bales are long gone. Oh, they're actually still here. A little bit here. Oh, what's the old girl complaining about now? You got a sore hoof? What's the matter? Getting old. And you. I don't know where they're going. They want to go that way. I want to go the other way. Oh, Jesus, another one. That Hereford bull is really taking care of these. Ow. That's oh, it's from you. Good job. 99.91 at her calf. So if you remember me talking about her, she lost her calf last year from coccidiosis or something. Anyways, so we kept her back. She's a good cow. A real good cow. So, right or left? Right or left? Which way do you guys want to go? Either way, there's silage waiting for you. So we're gonna go, essentially we should go this way because that's the rotation way. So we're gonna go that way. So we got 4 calves here, 5. I haven't really kept track. It's nice not keeping track of your calves. That means everything's going good. You're writing everything down. Oh, this one, I gave him this, I gave him that. You know, they're all sick. You got a whole diary on calf numbers and what you gave them and what their condition is and how they're worsening or getting better. Oh, just a crap. You know what, calving is terrible. Calving in the barn does not work. It works, but it's a lot of fucking work. It's a 2-man job. I'm only 1 man, so I'd rather do it like this. It's a lot better. I like it. Seems very natural. So we're gonna be going up here. You recall Friday I came out here with a tractor and a load of silage, 17 silage bales. And I distributed them all evenly throughout the pastures here for now. Still got to do a couple more loads, a couple more pastures got to get filled up, and we got to monitor our grazing levels here. They're a little bit low, so you might do 2 days. Like I said, 2 days of pasture instead of 3. It's hard because some of the pastures are not all the same size, so this one was kind of like small. It would have been good for 2 days, and then up here is kind of a little bit bigger, so it's 3 days about right, but we haven't had a frost yet, so it's gonna keep growing a little bit. Just don't want it to get too low, like here, because it could kill it when it freezes. It can come back. But mind you, there's gonna be about 2.5 million geese here in the spring, and there's gonna be a parking lot, so it doesn't really fucking matter. So we do a herd check here as they're coming through. We do do have some cows we just kept back from the spring group that didn't have a calf and did not calf at all. So there will be a couple loose udders. Those are the ones that were just kept back and they're gonna calf next spring. Skeletor still with us. The other Skeletor is still with us. Somehow holding on. So yeah, that's Jenny. Is that Jenny? Hey Jenny? No. Jenny, come here. No, not Jenny. Jenny responds. Yeah, Skeletor again. That's done, unfortunately. So that's 3. Try to focus on the positive here. Yeah, he was born with a crooked neck, that one. Looking at some nice calves, not too crazy, but like him, he's a nice chunky calf. And then we got some little wieners, super little wieners. I love how those newborn calves are just following, keeping up with everybody. Look at him. He's learning the, hey buddy, you're learning the tricks? Learning the tricks of the trade? So all the nervous calves here kind of bunch up. Yeah. Really want to cross. I should move. I'm enjoying watching these guys though. The other guy's just gonna go right under the wire. That's a nice heifer, or is it a heifer? That bull or that newborn calf? Oh, we got Limpy. Just like that new bull that we have. So we got Limpy here, the big limp, pimp with a limp. He likes running through fences for some odd reason. This calf here, he's a little slow. He nearly died this spring. I don't know, he had some kind of illness. We managed to keep him alive though. So this is a really, really dark red bull calf. Really nice, he's thick. It's like his father. So yeah, we got 2 cows with calves, newborn calves, trailing each other. Look, there's nobody carrying them, there's nobody pushing them. They're walking by themselves. So that, as you can see, that Hereford bull, he's young. Now we didn't think he did too much work, but he works at night, I think. He works when no one's looking and he nails everybody. He really does. And he puts out good calves, just not, we haven't had not one big calf yet. They're all small calves. Wow, actually not too small, pretty decent sized calves. So I'm happy about that. We actually have to move the water bowl, set that up yet. We have not done that. But yeah, that's nice. Haven't seen them all weekend. Come back from the weekend and a couple new calves running around healthy. I mean, some people would say that's just normal, but some other farmers would say that's crazy. Like, wow, that's nice. Because some people really work hard during calving season. They have a lot of problems and a lot of sick calves and always have to be on the game. Other guys that do grass, like on pasture calving, are just, I don't know, maybe they've always had it easy like this, but it's really nice. So let's go get that water bowl. Alright, first thing they do is they come to the, here's a cow that's empty, dried off, or, no, she has no calf. She didn't even calf out this spring. So it's a big, like, why do we have you? Now she's gonna get preg checked this fall, and then the decision will be made. stragglers. They're leeches. Sucking off the system. Giving us nothing. That's a nice calf. God, that's a nice calf. You too. This is Skeletor's calf, you can see. He's no bigger than a newborn calf. I could wrestle him down and pin him to the ground. He's about 300 pounds. And this is just like his dad, identical to his dad. Alright. Right out of his fucking post. Okay, yeah, it's limpy here. Gotta make sure it's not a new limpy. I don't think he's limping actually. Oh, that's limpy. Okay. Yeah, this one is getting better. That was probably the worst I've ever seen. I'll let it go too long. Okay, getting out of here. They're shaping up. So it's not gonna fit all the, we had 2 dumpers that we put in here. Not gonna quite all fit. He's gonna have to come back and make another load. But he's got a pretty fast tractor, so it won't take him too long to go away and come back. He already knows his empty weight, so it's just a matter of getting there. Got some old tires on here. I don't know if they're gonna hold up. These are military tires. I wonder if it says the year. Oh yeah, 1972. I don't know if I trust that tire. Anywho, he's gonna have to make another trip. All right. So he's gonna come back once he goes. I wanna make a video of him leaving. Hey, sit. It's like a semi-truck. All right, some money leaving. All right, we're just hooking on the 6010 to the dryer. We're running this 1000 PTO stub on a 540 adapter so that we can run it lower RPM but still run at the right speed. So this has to get connected. This is our power. Oh, it's a windy day. It's a windy day. This is pretty sketchy. Alright, so normally we don't use this dumper, but Devin just insists we use this 1950s Army truck dumper. So he was running it without tightening 3 bolts, and we have this, it's a pretty odd system here, but there's a stud here, inserted stud, and there's another stud that slides over that. So the first wheel goes in here, or I think it's this one, and then the second one goes over and this screws onto it, and then the nut goes over it. So it's military spec, so it's pretty good quality stuff, but if you don't keep an eye on it, as you can hear inside, the studs have fallen through into the brake drum, or I don't know where it's gone, but I don't know how to get to it. There's a gap here, so I'm figuring I could get a pry bar in there and maybe separate it somehow. But the thing is, this doesn't fit too much corn, and our big dumpers, our big excuse me, our big semi truck dumper fits, like when that's full of corn, it'll fit perfectly into the dryer because we need to unload the dryer into something, so that fits in perfectly. And if you get a different metric of dump, it's not going to work because you're going to have to put like 2.5 or 2 and a little bit of dumps to fill up the dryer, and it's a pain in the ass. So that's why we only just use one dumper, but he wants to go hard and fill all the dumpers and, I don't know, wait for the dryer to dry or something. But this way we can just fill the dryer, let it dry, and then when it's cooled down and emptied, we can start the combine and make another load and go on like that. It's usually how it works, but I don't want to deal with this old dumper. It's not really roadworthy anymore. All right, so now I'm stuck working on this. Devin came and went. He's gonna go make a load of corn. I guess he kind of threw this at me. I took these bolts off thinking I can slide the axle out. I don't know, because we got to get in here. You can hear all the studs fell into the drum, but I don't know how to get the drum off. Like, this is loose. If anybody from the 1950s that was in the military worked on these things, just leave a comment in here, and you can get back to me as soon as possible. So I don't know how to get those studs out. Kind of weird. So I gotta get those studs out and then somehow put them back through. Yeah, so that's why you gotta do maintenance and check your wheel lug nuts and stuff so they don't come loose and fall into your drum. So yeah, I don't want to be doing this, but we can't really move this anymore. That's the big problem. I shouldn't have touched this. I'm like working on old shit. All right, so this is what we come down to, unbolting this drum. It's kind of cool, but there's a lot of freaking bolts. So I think that's what's gonna kind of give us X. And then we can, I think, reach around and pick everything out. I don't know. Stay tuned. As smart as the military designs are, they are still pretty, well, complicated. It's pretty cool how this works though. This whole drum unbolts. So you can swap out your drums without having to take everything apart. But if these studs, like they fall through inside like they have done, you have to slide out the axle, take everything out, pray to God you have the right axle. Nope, don't got the right one when you have one of those. So you gotta chisel out this nut. But look at how cool this stuff is. Look, they even got these bushings that go on the inside of this hole here. This is pretty well made stuff, except this gasket's falling apart. And I don't think there's any oil in here anyways. So yeah, we'll see if this separates after that. All right, so they double nutted the axle hub. Anyways, this is coming out. And of course they have this back plate so you can't get to, this is just ridiculous for a couple studs that fell back. So let's get this. All right, so these are the studs that fell in the back, like you can see. Now I gotta put them all through. They're supposed to be so that they kind of dig in. They got teeth on them, but that's a long time ago. 1950s, they were nice. Something like that. That's ridiculous. You gotta do all this to put your studs back in. Some pretty old grease. Yeah, so these are the brakes. They still got a lot of life. A lot of life to them. I think this was actually hydraulic brakes. Yeah, well, obviously the hydraulic brakes. Yeah, they didn't have air then. So is this one broken? Yeah, it's fucking... That's why. Oh, I just did this for nothing. Great. How many we miss? No, we're just missing one. One's broken. Oh no, this one's pretty... Oh no, it's actually good. Okay. I should be back together in no time. Unless all these fall out. Stupid system. Alright, so I'll take it back. This is a pretty cool design. These little holes are where the studs drop into, and you pound them through this into this. And those little teeth on them. These little teeth are what dig in so it doesn't turn. So luckily we're only missing one. If we would have kept running like that, we would have screwed them all up. And go find that. I don't know where you'd buy parts like that. So now we can throw this back in. These are ready to be connected back to the trailer, and we'll get that wheel back on. All right, so the bolt on brake drum is back on, and that's what happens with these studs. If they don't bite in, they'll spin on the back, and there's actually no way of getting a wrench on the back of that. So luckily I have I don't know, like 20 bolts, only one, even that one, they all tightened up, so that's good. So this is what we did all this trouble for, was these wheel studs that had fallen inside. So we did pretty much a lot of work, pulled the whole axle out. This is the axle that's got to go back in. As for lubrication, I don't know how to put oil back in here. I thought you would have to grease up. Oh, we're gonna have trouble lining up this spline now. Oh, no way. Sweet. I'm gonna turn that, line that up. Oh, is Devin already here with a load of corn? No, that's somebody else. Okay, so yeah, as for lubrication, I don't know. We're not gonna put anything in it right now. I don't think it really needs anything. It's not going anywhere. We're not going on the road with this. So let me get my two hands on this and we'll get that all bolted in. All right, the tire's going on. It's the first one. Dished out like that. And you would think it's all wrong because they look pretty loose, but this is where this comes into play. So this is what holds, it looks like a bolt, but it acts as a nut that holds this tire on, and then the next one slides over it, and then we have another nut for that. So it kind of goes like that. So yeah, kind of weird, but kind of cool. It's an old technology. So that's what we're gonna do. Keep putting our bolt nuts on. And certainly not something you can run to the hardware store and go get quickly. So we don't want to lose anything. And the problem we run into now is one thing can loosen, but the other thing doesn't loosen. So we have to hold on to this and spin this nut off. Or we can actually just stick the whole thing. Nah, that's gonna strip everything. Okay, we'll do it like that, the hard way. Cool thing about Army trucks are, that means for right hand thread on the right side. If we go over to the other side of the dumper, everything's left hand thread. So lefty loosey, or lefty tighty, everything's backwards. You would be loosening right now if you're turning right on the other side. So it's a good thing to know if you're trying to get the bolts off. You'll be heating them and trying to get them off, but you'll really be tightening them. All right, so these are going back on the way they're supposed to be. The studs are there. Everything's able to tighten good. So that was quite the detour for changing a tire or tightening up a tire. Just wonder if the military stuff is still like this. And hopefully they've changed their design over the years. I think they have. So we're only missing one stud, so that's not so bad. Missing 3 studs would be a big deal. So technically, as this nut is turning, it could tighten up this actual bolt that's connected to the other side, holding the other rim in. So kind of cool. Alright, so that military dump is all back together the way it should be. Everything looks straight. I haven't checked the other tires because I am scared to see the results. Anyways, I don't know what happened to the time. It just flew by. It's already 1 o'clock. Didn't even have lunch yet. Didn't have breakfast. I gotta bring moisture tester up to Bird Brain Devin. He's not really using his head today, so he's forgetting everything. So I gotta go bring that up to him so he can check the moisture. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's probably combining wet corn and not knowing the moisture, so big surprise. We'll go see what the moisture's at. Corn. Alright, so he did the first turn. First turn is still kind of size corn, we think. It's not quite grain corn yet. We're not sure. Wow, we're just gonna check the moisture real quick. I don't know what the yield's like, but either way it'll be drying, so still want to be drying it if it's like 40%. It's gonna take a while. So, huh?
23.
23. Okay.
That was down the middle. So we'll check the dumper.
Ah. You already dumped?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're combining. First couple turns still corn silage corn. It's not a green corn, so it's still kind of wet, the stalk. And we had a couple times where it just stopped coming out of the combine. It kind of got quiet, and it kind of too heavy and it's overloaded, and it just stopped coming out. So we had to back out of it, wait for it all come through. The shredder in the back just kind of went quiet. We're like, oh shit. Last thing you want to do is plug it up. So we're going to leave this first couple rounds. We're going to go right in the middle because we know that's green corn in the middle. And the stalk should be drier, the cob should be drier. And it was 26 on the outside, and I think it's going to be 23 in the middle. So we don't want to break anything or clog anything. So we're going to not risk it and go in the middle and get that done. But for now, we got pretty much a load. So we got to go home and dry that. Make a batch in the batch dryer, and then wow, we're not quite full yet. Usually feel the moisture. Oh yeah, just by squeezing it. Really hard on everything, wet corn, so the drier the better. Alright, well, it's pretty clean. We'll go check the field and make sure everything's coming off the cob, but I'm pretty sure it is. Where he went down the middle. Running. So this is the part where it gets really loud. So we're gonna fill her up. Good. Alright, that wasn't close. Alright, I finally had a chance to go have my brunch at 2:30. Dad went to go get another load. The dryer's going. It's at 190. Okay, you coming? This is gonna be our little hangout spot while we're drying corn. We're gonna stay in the car. That way it's not too loud. And we got a nice place out of the wind with our heated butts. So yeah, then once we get another load, the corn the flame has to be at 190 Fahrenheit. And can't go over that, because if we heat it too fast, it's gonna crack the grain. And if we heat it too low, it's gonna take too long. So we want that optimal point here. So with the beauty of the car, we got the little bit quieter spot. We can watch the temperature. So on the left, we got the flame temperature, and on the right we got the seat temperature. And when the seat temperature, that takes the longest, but when it's at 130, it's dry. So we'll turn the flame off at 130, and then we have to wait for the temperature to drop. We have to let it cool down in the bin here, in the dryer. We have to let it cool down till it's like 20 or something, and then we can put it in a bin. Because if we put it in hot, it's going to condense and make moisture. It's going to get trapped along the sidewalls of the bin, and it's going to make bad quality corn. So that's what we don't want. So I'm going to get out because I got to twist the knob a little bit. You got to bring it down. It's at 200. Should be at 190, but I don't really think that matters. It's already at, is that 90? I should bring some binoculars with me. I can fucking see shit. I think it's at 90. Oh no, it's at 100 already. So that went up pretty fast. The grain temperature is already at 100, and it's gonna turn off at 130. But that's that takes the longest from 100 to 130. It's gonna take a couple hours. So we wait. Hey, happy. You get somebody taking care of you, not all alone. Look at all these birds, Roxy. What'd you do? I remember one year I brought my truck here to watch the grain, and I literally burnt half a tank just idling all day with that truck, and that was like probably $150 of fuel. It was such a pig on fuel. It would literally burn half a tank just idling. This Triton 5.4 for you. That's been long gone, that motor. So at first there was a little bit of panic. The bottom clean out of the auger, that little door was open. I had noticed it falling out and shouted for Devin, and he didn't hear me, and so I just touched the emergency turn off PTO button on the fender, touched that, and then ran to close it while the belt stopped. There's always something. There's always something. So that's why we gotta watch it, because this belt drive that drives the auger. So there's a belt that comes here, goes down, goes to here, and that spins the auger that's up there. That brings all the grain from the bottom to the top, throws it at the top, and then it kind of circulates like that. So if the belt breaks, technically the flame could keep going, and the corn won't be moving anymore. It'll just stay in one spot, and it could catch the corn on fire and set the whole thing ablaze. So it's a good idea to keep an eye on it, even though it's a long job. But at least the weather's not too bad. It's 15 degrees. Okay, yeah, the weather's really nice today. 15 degrees, so it's gonna dry really quick. When it's like -2, -5, it takes a lot longer to dry corn. So we like drying corn this time of year. All right, it is 5:15, and we are getting there. We are almost right up to, we're at like 125, almost 130. So that was pretty quick considering, gee, I don't remember the time we started at. I'm gonna have to try to backtrack and figure that out. All right, I zoomed in on one of the last videos I made, and I saw the clock on the car. It's 3:04. So we started at 3, about 2 hours to finish drying, which is pretty sweet. We're gonna turn it off for dinner. Well, we're gonna wait till it's done, and then I'm gonna turn it off, like turn the propane off, keep everything running, let it cool down, and then we'll come back in probably about an hour to let it cool down. And then this stuff's actually going straight to my uncle's dairy farm. He bought whatever we had left over from last year, and he's taking some from now. So that will be good, because I don't know if we're gonna have enough room. Probably not gonna have enough room. I think we only have 20 acres. but if we get 4 tons an acre, we'll be happy, and we'll be for sure at a room. So let's just hope everything goes good. So far, so good. So we're just getting the dumper in place where we're going to be dumping the dry cool corn into. Showing was the flame has turned off. Flame is completely dead, so that's why the temperature is all the way down, and seed temperature is at the correct temperature, so that it's dry. So now we gotta cut all the propane, turn all the valves, make sure nothing's gonna be leaking, and we're gonna leave it while we eat dinner, let it cool down for an hour. We'll come back and see what the temperature's at. And we'll start up again tomorrow.